Weirton's police chief described it as tragic when talking about a stabbing that led to a father's death on Wednesday. Chief Charlie Cush says Weirton police were called to a home on Glencairn Road. When they arrived, they found 54-year-old Jeff Kittle stabbed to death. His 21-year-old son, Justin Michael Kittle, was arrested and faces second-degree murder charges.
It's a little unsettling when when you're sitting in your office and they come and tell you, hey, we have a situation like this. You hope for the best that the person is not going to be deceased. Unfortunately, in this situation, he was.
VA Secretary Dennis McDonough was in Clarksburg, West Virginia this week visiting the Lewis A. Johnson VA Medical Center. This comes a week after Rita Mays was sentenced for murdering 7 veterans at that hospital. He was joined by Senators Shelley Moore Capito and Joe Manchin and Congressman David McKinley.
Transparency is what we have to have now. You know, our veterans, given their service to our country, the families that supported those veterans, and now the families that are living without a loved one, they have to have closure.
We're looking at every lesson that we can draw from this terrible incident to ensure that the provision of care across the VA system is as the President has demanded, as Congress demands.
Since Mays' guilty plea, the federal government settled civil suits with the families of 10 victims. A mascot removal has some Weirton parents, students, and community members furious, so much so that they took to protest. A cartoon version of the Red Ryder logo was removed by Weir High's principal. However, it did not go through the Hancock County Board of Education because the mascot is technically unofficial. The W is the official school logo. Some say it's been around for decades, but others feel the image is racist and support the principal's decision to stop using it. And in Yorkville, residents watched the last structures of the former Wheeling-Pittsburgh steel mill turn to rubble. 2 smokestacks were brought down with a controlled implosion. A small crowd came to say goodbye to remnants of that steel era. Mayor Dana Brown tells 7 News the property is being cleared with the intent to repurpose for industrial and commercial businesses. And finally, with May being Mental Health Awareness Month, we here at 7 News want to let anyone struggling know they're not alone. Many of our viewers know I welcomed a baby last year and after that spent many months battling with postpartum anxiety and OCD. I was even absent from the office for a bit so I could get the help that I needed. It's difficult coming forward and admitting you need help for depression, anxiety, or really anything. It's not easy, but they're uncomfortable conversations we must have. I'm sharing my story so that hopefully others will too. You can see more of it at WTRF.com. And while you're there, you'll also find the latest headlines any time of the week. I'm Katherine Guyon, working for you.